at you. For all my Indigenous people, happy Indigenous Day. You know, my feelings on that mark, that trick. Christopher Columbus, he didn't discover nothing but these. Well, anyways, happy Indigenous Day, everybody, man. I hope you guys tap in. Hope you're having a great day. I know it's a little bit early today to do a live. Today's my day off, so I just want to say happy Indigenous Day to all my Native American friends out there. And, and not to spite anybody, man, happy Italian Day to all my Italiano family and everybody. No slight to you, but I do not agree with how history is written. And, past is past, and I got plenty of Italian friends. I support the Italian people, Italian pride. Um, but I do not support how history is written about Christopher Columbus. And for us Native Americans, some people, they're like, yeah, it's just a day, this and that. But this is, it's a great day to be Indigenous, a great day to be Native American. Every day, all day. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm just out here enjoying my day off, and so I'm just ready. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to move on in life. I'm ready to get everything going, man. And yeah, happy Indigenous Day to my people. Shout out to all the tribes and all the people out here throughout the United States, and to my southern cousins, my Mexicanos, F ICE, and to the Palestines, man. Free Palestine, and definitely, you know, they're going through a lot of genocide, man. A lot of stuff that Native Americans have went through, to be alive, to strive, to survive, to do all these different things, man. So it's happy Indigenous Day. I really appreciate everybody that taps in and supports your boy Lucky Loko. Went from a few hundred subscribers, and now I'm at, I think, like 1,400. Yay! Now I'm gonna get a plaque. I'm gonna order it on eBay. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, it's been a long journey. You guys see me go through a lot of stuff through here with my Indigenous business and the Indigenous family too, man. We may not be together no more, man, but that's that's a different story. And today I celebrate Indigenous Day. Should be out and about, going to get stuff ready, but I'm moving houses. One got me a different house, one got me a different spot. So yeah, just getting everything packed up and getting ready to go, and have everything ready to get cracking, man. So as you know, well, if you don't know, I'm Pakwachin First Nation from Vancouver Island, and Hilsick First Nation, Hilsick Nation out of Bella Bella. That's who my father is. That's where his tribe's from, and my mother is Pakwachin. So yeah, we're just out here enjoying Indigenous Day, having fun. Got my junior. Hi, junior. Aw, got my little family. Got everything going, man. I love my little boy. I love you, son. Aw, get your towel. Get everything ready to go. But anyways, yeah, I'm over here with my son. We're hanging out. Just want to say happy Indigenous Day, and like I said, and Italian pride to the Italians out there. I know people have mixed feelings about it, but this is my point of view. This is just, you know, not wrong, not right. Just going with the flow of how history was told to us in school, that Christopher Columbus was a great explorer and all this. And come to find out, he's a POS, a sicko, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. So, I'm just going with that, and just want to say happy Indigenous Day from your boy Lucky Loko. Seen a live earlier, people doing marches and doing everything else, man. You guys be safe. I see a lot of different things going on in the YouTube world, and and we watch chemo flicks. We watch chemo flicks. I just watched a little bit of the stuff that he has on today. Um, but yeah, today's Indigenous Day. Um, like I said, it's that's what I support. That's what I go for, man. Is being able to. Oh man, let's see what's got somebody. Oh man, Fake Media. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support and the comment, man. Because like I said, it's to me, it's Happy Indigenous Day, and it always, rewriting history and just doing everything that we can. And blessings to you and your family. Same, likewise, man. Um, like I said, I appreciate everybody who taps in. I definitely do need to start doing uploading more videos of our culture and our ways for people who are curious about that. As people know, I've been breaking barriers, and a lot of other people too out throughout the United States breaking barriers and sharing our culture and our stuff with fry bread, Indian tacos. And I hope that people strive. I hope people win. Representing their culture, representing their cause. You know, and like I said, free Palestine, man. I see a lot of horrible things that's going on over there, and you would think, with all the stuff, the history of what they went through, you think they wouldn't be so quick to try to wipe out a whole race of people, man, and children. That's the heartbreaking thing is that when you do see horrible things on the news, and you read up on stuff, and it's heartbreaking of what's going on. So free Palestine, uh, Native American pride, brown pride, Italian pride, Black Power, whatever it is that makes you happy, man. Whatever you do, man, as long as it's not hurting nobody, and you know, yeah, feelings is one thing, disagreeing is one thing. Just being able to represent what makes you happy. And right now, happy Indigenous Day. I love being Native American. I love the culture. I love the story. I love being born such an awesome culture, such an awesome race. We got a lot to work on, going through boarding schools and all the other stuff and genocide, just having the history of being the first people here, along with my southern cousins, this is Native American land, and just all this political stuff that goes on behind it. Just happy to be here and represent my culture, representing my people, representing just having fun. Being Native American, started growing my hair over 2 years ago. So, they're going to bury me in my braids, and that's just the way it is. And that's just the way it is, I say. But yeah, I finally went and shaved my native beard, my indigenous beard. I get like 15 hairs right here, and that's it. That's how indigenous I am. I can't even grow hair, man. But yeah. So just watching all these different things and people go through. I agree. I've been on a few lives and comments with the blacks for the first indigenous American. I seen that too. That's a stirred a pot to get everybody talking. It upset me quite a bit too. But after a while, I'm not too worried about it. It's how they feel, and that's what they want to do. They want to stir the pot. That's on them. Be proud of where you're from and where you came from and your true history, man. If that was really true, and I heard the stories from my grandparents, great grandparents, and if my hair was different than this, natives went through a lot of stuff to be here today, and just to have we're beautiful people, beautiful cause, man. It's and to have some people want to ride the bandwagon, want to be like, hey, I'm Native American too. More power to you, bro. If that's how you feel, that's how you identify, man. It's ma'am, not sir. It's ma'am. No, just kidding. But yeah, if that's how they want to identify and they want to stir the pot and disrespect my people, man, yeah, it's always done behind line. And like I said, I'm always down for a debate. I would never attack somebody over how they feel, and if that's how they feel and think that they're natives, man, shit, jump on, man, start learning about the culture, respect of what we went through, you know, um, understand the genocide, understand the false narratives of our education system, because they're looking out for the children and stuff too. I understand that they don't want to be like, hey man, we came here, we stole, we did broken treaties, we did they were fighting themselves too. Yeah, there's very territorial people, man. We weren't trying to, take over and cause like super, just wipe out a whole tribe and, the battlegrounds. Let's see. I've been respectful when they are. I'll get into more on the Pan Africans and FBA. Yeah, Wabus, I think they call themselves. But yeah. So it's crazy. But they show like they show AI pictures of like Snoop Dogg. They're like, look, we were here first, and nah, if you were, man, you know, I totally support you. But we all know that. How does what does Big Boxer say? That's well, I heard some. It's I'm trying to remember what he says when he disagrees. He uses like an old like Western. I can't remember. It'll come back to me though. But just I was getting ready to watch some YouTube stuff, and I seen somebody jump on the live. They're out there in Minnesota right now um, doing marches for the Indigenous Day, so which I think is pretty cool. They're doing some stuff here on the Yakama Nation reservation, and I have my son. He's Yakama, and he's Pakwachin First Nation, so he's come from comes from great people around here, man. Yakima, shout out to the Yakima Nation people here in Yakima. Um, a lot of great people, man. A lot of good people out here, and I love the community. I love the embracement of people thinking that I'm Yakima Nation too, and nothing wrong with that. Been called worse, but yeah, it's I appreciate you guys following your boy Lucky Loko and how we all met. All through YouTube, we made bonds. You guys helped me through most horrible situations, and see me go through the ups and downs, just life. I'm not out here faking the funk. I'm not here doing all this stuff, man. So it's just and it's it's been a journey, man. We all been through the journey. We lost a lot of good friends on here. The ones that we've seen that pass away was Smitty, Smitty Kyles. Shout out to him, man, and rest in peace, my brother, to him and his family. Sundown was another loss. I know a lot of people um, really embraced that, man. He was a good dude, man. And then we got Iron Bear, and then Big Lou. Then Big Lou passes away. And I was just talking with him while I was out there in California. We were supposed to link up, but he lived out there in Tracy, and it was pretty far from where from San Jose to getting to link up. California is a huge state, man. So it's we lost a lot of great people over here in the YouTube yard, man, and then family members and stuff like that. But it's a cool little community that we got together, man. You got Chris from AZ, Five of a Kind Media. Yeah, we got all these people that embrace each other, man, and support like little channels like that. I'm not monetized or anything like that. I don't think I'll ever be monetized, but I'm fine with that. Um, so I'm not on here to cause drama and all this other stuff. I don't need the clout. I don't need any of that. I just want the respect. I don't need clout, none of that. I'm not going above and beyond, putting myself in harm's way. But I will represent the cause, the nature of what goes on the reservations. I got a few stories that I want to tell around about the craziness that goes on here in the reservation too. The MMIW, the missing and murdered Indigenous women, the missing and murdered Indigenous people. And right now I'm going through a court battle. I'm going through and shout out to the Yakama Nation tribal courts for blessing me with this opportunity to be able to protect my son. That's a journey in itself. I guess I will stir the pot when it comes to my children. I guess I will go expose stuff that goes, that's not right for children. You know what I mean? No children should ever live in fear. And, my child's protected here. He's loved, he's nurtured, he's taken care of, and he's got everything that he needs and wants. And once through the courts and goes through stuff, and once I get full custody, then we will address that when the mother gets visitations and stuff like that. My intentions were never ever to keep my son from his mother. That will never be my intentions. But my intentions are to forever protect him from harm, from abuse, verbal abuse, and etc. That's my job is as a father, loving, caring father. You guys see how I am with my kid, and I'll never stop. I'll never stop loving that boy. I'll never stop loving my kids. I love my other. You know, I love all my children, man. And it doesn't even have to be my children to to want to step up and say something when there's abuse going on. And but he's here. He's loved. He's taken care of. Observation, awareness, and stories of history would be dope in a small podcast channel. Yeah, there's a Yakima Nation rappers here that are actually doing really good, man. Man, what's up, Machete? That's another person I ran into. Well, I don't know if he wants me to say, but another person ran into, and man, I appreciate the love and support, Machete, man, and I appreciate you having me over at your house, man. And a lot of people. And when somebody lets you in your house, man, that's a big thing, man. When they break bread, when they support, when they're your friend, and I really appreciate that, man, because with the, you know, you can't just let anybody into your house because that's your kingdom, bro. That's what you fought for. That's what you earned, and that's what you worked for. And I appreciate you for letting me dwell in your household, bro. That was really it's really special, bro. When somebody, like I said, the bonds that we make and the stuff that we do, and you know what I mean. I was reached out to again on Instagram. They wanted me to come back to San Jose and open up their bar, but I am done with the traveling, man. I just want to, you know what I mean? I just want to be around my family. My grandparents are getting older, so I'm gonna have to file a thing in court to see if I could go up there for a few months and just to go take care of my grandparents. My brother passed away about 2 months ago. He used to take care of my grandparents, but yeah, unfortunately, he passed away. And my grandparents are getting old, and they helped raise me, man. They took me out of a tricky situation and raised me from a child to teenager. Then it's all up my boy. You already know. Ciao. shout out to the Shout out to the Northern California homies, man. Always, and shout out to the Southern California and the mid. Man, California's a dope place, man. I wish I could afford to come out there and live and get my foothold in there and start slanging that bread out there. But I'm out here. I'm doing my thing. I did a catering job a couple days ago. No, yesterday before I went to work. So I made a few bucks. Had some ducats in my pocket, man. Things are starting to look good, man. And it's all blessings. You do good to people. You do, and people see that, and they invite you in your house. They help you with, you know, uh, items for your business. You do good with people, man. And Machete is doing good. I kept him out of school today for Indigenous Day. It's my day off of work. I hardly ever get to see him because I'm always working and he's always with the babysitter. So yeah, he's doing really good. We're gonna hang out today and maybe go see a movie or you know just enjoy the things in life because after the family split up, I was left with a 4-bedroom house and the payments, the bills, with the responsibility of raising my son on my own. And but that's what we get thrown in a hard situation sometimes, and you just gotta run with it, man. He's doing good. My other son, I think he's living with his girlfriend now. So he's happy. He's doing what he does. He hasn't reached back to try to come back home or anything like that. So he's probably happy, and um, he's doing good. But yeah, Junior, little baby Lucky, he's doing really good, and I appreciate you asking. Machete's asking how you doing, Junior.
Huh?
Machete's asking how you're doing.
Uh, do good.
You doing good? All right, that's awesome. Machete, he said he's doing good. Um, yeah, with the Indigenous Day, man, a lot of people, um, it's whatever it is, what it is. I mean, I don't need a man in the office to tell me what day it is and what's the day going to be called, and and like I said, I have no funk with no Italians or anything like that. It's Italian Pride Day. Get it how you live it. Um, But with me, you just gotta tell the truth. We need somebody to expose Christopher Columbus. Let's get let's chemo flicks to expose Christopher Columbus and the real history of what's going on. Let's get these podcasters. I'm just kidding. They won't do all that, but it's just being lied to and all this other crazy stuff about history. So um, I take pride of where I'm from. I take pride in my people. I take pride in
Do you
of
want some
the
to blanket?
yeah right here. Here you go, baby. Yeah, like I said, it's a day off. I'm just gonna start getting ready, start getting everything. I got a new house, so I'm gonna be packing my
Right
stuff
now?
up tonight. We're
Right
gonna
now?
be passing up to no, we're gonna wash all this, and then I'm gonna take all the stuff downstairs and load it up in the truck. This is I don't read about history. I mean, there you go. Making a way out of no way. I started to listen to scary stories from the res on the Spotify as I work. It said, "Oh man, you ain't lying." And I do talk about because I've made friends at work and stuff like that too, and we were just talking about like the shadow people. Oops. The shadow people and different stories and the meaning of behind and how to get rid of like unwanted company. Sometimes these people in the spirit world just get lonely and don't want to leave. And if you catch somebody, you catch them in your house and just be like, but the way I've been taught from my grandparents is always like just be respectful. Be like, hey, um, look, I really need you to leave. I respect that you're here, but if you can please leave, turn it down, Jenner. And then yeah, that's what they told me. In Burn Sage, if you ever get in a situation to where because the way people look at you and talk about you, that stuff sticks to the outer spirit of your body, and sometimes it affects your heart, affects your mind. The way you let stuff bother you, and I've really really fed into that. I really fed into uh like the I used to really care about what people thought of me, but now it's just like burn some sage, get rid of the bad energy, get rid of the haterism, and like I said, that's right. My favorite skinwalkers. Whoa, you want to go there? Ching, gal, the skinwalkers. That's scary, bro. That's scary. Want to say hi, Junior?
Hi.
That's little baby Lucky. Huh. Yeah, so happy Indigenous Day, man. I hope you guys, to the Gente, to the Rasa, those are my other Indigenous peoples. The way I feel about it too is free Palestine. I know some conservatives are like, man, F them, F, 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 F. But when you start seeing stuff that goes on in the world, man, it's just what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And, gassing people, bombing them. And it's just crazy how it really popped off. And I know there's talks of like they started it, they shouldn't have kidnapped people, and that's true too. You shouldn't, invoke the whole situation if you know they got tanks and missiles and all you got is rocks and a few other things, man. And you know when you go do harm to people, man, you set it off, and I'm not blind to the whole situation, but now a whole group of people, now a whole lot of group of their nations are paying for it. The children are paying for it. Their community is paying for it. I pray there's an outcome that we'd be able to stop that war. But right now, all I can do is pray for them, man. That's all I can do is pray. I can say free Palestine until my heart stops. It's not going to make a difference unless they work something out, But all I'm worried, I pray for them. What I'm worried about is my homeland and my people, my friends, my family, my enemies. Um, they say pray for your enemies, man, and it's a hard thing to do to be humble, to really be like, man, I hope everything works out for you. You may not like me no more, I may not like you no more, but I'm really gonna pray for you. I hope you find something that makes you happy. So that's one thing about the culture, and it's you know, I'm, I really want to get out there and get things going. Burn sage at all four corners of your house. And you are praying to the four directions for correction. Cedar. Cedar for the positive, yes, most definitely. Yeah, you see a lot of cedar boughs in the houses, or burn some cedar. Yeah, cedars. There's a lot of good medicine out there to fight these demons. These have you ever heard of them? No, I reached out to one of his friends, and I was like, no, now that I got a few bucks in my pocket, I kind of want to email him. Email him and see how he's doing, man. Yeah, and it's you know, YouTube's really dry. Without Flacco, I really appreciated all the stuff he did, man, and for YouTube and bringing out, just sharing stories, insights for somebody that doesn't really know the what goes on out there, and people are curious of what goes on into the underworld, and there's that's why we're so intrigued when we hear Enrique uh, Boxer get on there and start talking about his past and his stories, and why we hear about Big Boxer from the northern our faction. You know what I mean? Talk about his stories, and Flacco, Rojo. Definitely miss Rojo, man. That's a good one. I like watching. I know a lot of people really disagree or really don't like Renegade Media, but I like watching his stories too, man. He's a very intellectual dude. He knows how to get the crowd going. He definitely knows how to make Northerners mad the way he takes shots and stuff like that. And he's a very smart dude when it comes to the algorithm of getting people engaged, and he's very very successful at what he does, and power to him. But I don't ever want to be in that type of limelight to where if go down the wrong street and somebody's gonna get you. You know what I mean? I don't want them type. The stories, like I said, the stories, like five of a kind media, like you said, just bringing up, talking about the culture, the Native American culture, and I come from a criminal past, a criminal lifestyle, but that's not who I am today. That's if I could share stories to help people to better themselves, or just curious. A lot of people from California don't know about the reservations of what goes on out here. Very secretive communities, man. That's why a lot of the stories aren't told. You don't see too many podcasters out there, because there's they'll probably get some backlash and stuff too for sharing spiritual stories, name givens, and what is he doing on here, and what is she doing on here, you doing this, and there's going to be backlash whatever you do in life, man. I just don't want that type of backlash to where somebody's going to come split my noodle for talking about factions that don't want to be talked about on social media, and I respect that, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of them. That's I don't want that type of trouble. I don't want that smoke. I don't want to piss off nobody, man, to where somebody come knock out my door, and no, I'm good. Especially not over no social media. This no, hell no. Um, I don't care what kind of money you make. I don't want to be living in fear. I already got my own phobias, my own worries, my day to day job, and M Star Media. Oh dang, let's see. For what I gathered, someone is helping Flacco keep his channel going for a bit. I forgot her channels. Oh yeah, M Star Media. Yeah, that was pretty cool of them, man. You know, and that's somebody I prayed for, man, because nobody's perfect. No, but I think the downfall was getting married to that woman, and a lot of pride and ego, and worried about what people thought of him. That's another thing. Like I said, burn some sage, Flacco, when you get out, and don't worry about what people say. A lot of people have this image they want to protect and be like, man, I was this, I was that, I was part of this. And I get it. Some people get too deep into it, and that's just something I don't want to, and we've seen it. Like when he was sober, clean, and then once they broke up, and, he was super happy, and you let that, I was, man, there's times when I was sad when me and my lady broke up and the family split. You know what I mean? It's heartbreaking. It's like losing somebody that's still here, and it's never going to be the same, ever. It's never going to be the same. There's never going to be that confidence, that love, that compassion, and it hurts. And as men, we don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Oh, I got my heart's broken into pieces, and so and to watch Flacco go down that road of drinking and shaved his head and started showing his Wadaga bird tats, and you know, yeah, tall dude, man, holy shit. And then, but yeah, I miss his channel. I miss his stories. What was it? Smashing, dashing, coming with a little bit of energy. I dig that homeboy. You know what I mean? And it's sad to watch him. You know, watch the downfall, like right here on social media, and getting back into that lifestyle, getting back into that habits, and it's like I said, nobody's perfect, man. If you're sober, one day at a time, man. I'm not worried about tomorrow, just today. I don't want to drink right now. I don't. I mean, I do. I want to go out there, get twisted. I want to forget about life for a little bit, but I got a little man over here that I love more than myself. So I can't be that selfish alcoholic that will just go and go and go until to the end of it. So nobody's perfect. So you're here sober one day and something just hurts you that you want to escape that pain. You want to escape that reality for a little bit. And not talking about it, and because most of the time, even as a kid, when you break up and you're hurt, your ego is hurt, and you just sit there and be like, F her. I don't give a damn about her. I'm a player. I'm a pimp. Then go home and cry yourself to sleep. Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's I don't have that to where somebody makes fun of me for having a broken heart or anything like that. But yeah, happy Indigenous Day, man. I'm getting a little bit off track, but yeah, I hope. I'm praying for Flacco. I'm praying for everybody else there. Yeah, there you go, Carlos Hernandez from the Pacific Northwest. And then, but it sucks. I'm probably gonna do a story about it. My support and stuff that was there for Flacco. We talked behind the scenes. Never talked about like what he was going through. In the times when I did try to talk to him, like, hey man, like I said, not every single conversation, it would be like, man, f her and f that new dude, nah nah nah, and it's just like it takes a long time to let go of that woman, your partner, the love, especially we were supposed to get married, but that's off the table. Getting back together, that's off the table. It'll never ever be the same. It'll never be that safety. There'll never be that. But I'm fine with that because look who I got. I got my best friend. Are you my best friend? Yeah. Am I good, pop pop? Yeah, huh? You want to go eat some food later?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want burgers. Want to go get some Chinese food? Yeah. Want Chinese food or what do you want to get?
Maybe
It's your day. Say Happy Indigenous Day.
Happy Indigenous Day.
It's a great day to be Native American.
What should we get?
Say that. Say it's a great day to be Native American.
It's a good day to be Native American.
Yeah. My little buddy. That food is bomb. Let's see. When I met Flacco, he was not messed up yet. He was focused in YouTube and he just got into the wrong crowd. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that sucks. And that's another thing too, is I don't like hanging around, that's why I said I really appreciate when Machete let me in his house and to come hang out with him. He invited to hang out. I don't like his football team where he was watching. But you can talk smack like that. It's who you let around, because we all carry this energy, and it's just like, you know what, I can't make a few bucks cutting corners. I could start doing this, and the next thing you know, you're like already built up this camaraderie. I start building up this stuff, and it's like it's not really easy money. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I make good money selling Indian tacos and fried bread, and I'm out here doing the right thing. But like you said, it's all about who you hang out with. If I want to go out there, and we fall back onto it. I hope Flacco gets better and comes out. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, you ain't lying. And it's and I understand his past. I understand, all this stuff, but
No.
the when he started, because when he was talking about the recovery and had custody of his son, and it was he said it was good to see that type of stuff because a lot of the system really ain't built for men. Men go in there and they fight for years. They fight false allegations, restraining orders, and it was crazy because I got granted full custody on Thursday, didn't find out till Monday. But somebody in that office, in that courthouse office, was like, "Hey, look, you just lost custody of your son." And I don't know who their legal advisor is, but somebody was like, "Hey, man, you need to come down here and put a restraining order on him." So now, all of a sudden, after almost 9 years together, trying to paint me as Ike Turner. I'm not a bully, bro. I'm not. Like, if I call you out to fight and you don't fight me, and then I'm not going to keep antagonizing. I'm not going to keep, you know, it's. And I don't know. It's a weird court. The court system is so fucked up. But yeah, I'm glad that the Yakima Nation community sees, and I'm pretty sure they know who I am too. They're like, man, I never heard, because it's a small reservation. I'm pretty sure the reservation, like the court judges were like, I've never heard of Travis assaulting women, or even fighting people, or being this person. And I'm glad they see that. And I'm able to get temporary full custody. But after I got court next month, and I'm going for full custody, and just stay protecting them, stay loving them. And yeah, when I seen Flacco going through that, and then you know, um, when you got somebody that's unstable like that into your life, and he brought somebody like that into his life, and she really messed with his mind. She really, and really made him hurt him. They have really hurt the homeboy. And I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, she really hurt the homeboy. We all seen it. We all seen him drunk, and it tripped me out when I seen him drinking on his live, and I was like, yeah, dude, like, that ain't good, But you can reach out to him. We did lives together talking about it, that he needs to, let the trolls not get to him, the people talking smack about him get to him, because he was going through breakup, and then he started going at it with Gunner, and started going at it with Rojo, and yeah, he was beefing with a lot of people, man. It was like on the YouTube thing, and it's can't let this social media, the clout, and all this other stuff get to you, man. It's easier said than done for some, but yeah, this is, if I'm not mistaken, she was, yeah, like me, yeah. I mean, nothing bad to say about her. I mean, it's just relationship didn't work. Water and oil don't mix at times, and I don't hold a grudge, or that's their relationship. That's their private stuff, and sometimes we got to know more about the situation than most. But yeah, I don't have nothing bad to say about her. That's just they weren't happy. That's all, and um, he got hurt. And it's shit. That's why they make all this fucking country music and R&B music, and they make millions off the tears, and the emotions. You know what I mean? Got all these cool R&B songs and stuff like that. And you guys go eat some tacos on McKinley. I have to go check that out there, man. You want to go get some tacos, or did you?
I want to go get Could we get what's it called? The Wendy's?
You want burgers? Well, I guess it's burgers it is. I'll go get him a burger, and I'll go get a taco. He'll probably end up eating my tacos too. He's a big boy. He's a grown boy. Well, that's fine.
Or Dad.
Huh?
Or could we go to the Burger King?
I guess Burger King. It's wherever he wants to go, man. It's his world. I'm just living in it, man. That's my that's my little best buddy, my little best friend. So it says, but Carlos Hernandez says, you guys go eat at some tacos. And oh yeah, I know what your place you're talking about. Yeah, I think I will go try some. I've been I've been making some connections over at the casino and been eating tacos for free. Well, no, not for free, but been getting some coworker hookup. Because I know there's some people on my YouTube that follow me from the casino. So yeah, but but yeah, shout outs to Flacco. I definitely want to reach out to him, maybe get him to do an interview on my channel. You know, over the I don't know how to do over the phone stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool to hear from him, man. You know, he's still Uncle Flacco. He got married to a Native American woman and became Uncle Flacco. That's why I started calling him that. And so it's Uncle Flacco. Want to say hi?
Hi.
What grade are you in?
Third?
Third grade? Are you happy about our new house? Yeah. So after this, I'm gonna go start packing everything up and start getting. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go get something to eat. Come back tonight. I won't pack everything up until maybe 10 o'clock. Start getting everything ready and start moving in the morning and start getting on our feet, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was having to come up with like $4,200 every month just for the bills and everything else, man. And that's a lot to be put on the
I
table.
love this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing Roblox. But you're not allowed to chat with nobody on there either, right? No. Yeah, so thank you guys, man. It's Happy Indigenous Day. Proud to be Native American. Proud to
It's
be
low
friends with you
gravity.
guys. Oh, dang. You're bouncing around like you're in a spaceship. See.
I didn't join on time. I like the low gravities.
Say thank you for supporting my dad.
Thank you for supporting my dad.
But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get on with this new chapter in life. Like I said, it's heartbreaking. It's that I ain't gonna lie. I went through a lot of emotions, a lot of upsets, almost relapsed a couple times. And thank you, Kathy. Oh shit. Oops. Um. But yeah, he's it was heartbreaking, but you know what can you do? I didn't I didn't let it get the best of me. I seen the downfall of it, the heartbreak, and let's see. Probably reach out to M Star to get to Flacco. Yeah, he's on the I think because I M Star uh, Media's husband. I reached out to him, and he was like, "Yeah, you could reach out to him at this place. I just got to download the app. It costs like a few bucks just to email a couple people, man. And it'd be good to hear from them because they get the instead of writing letters and taking a couple weeks to get a response, sending out wheelas. Here, hoop this and go send this to him. No, I'm just kidding. Send out these wheelers out to the homies out there, man. But yeah, happy Indigenous Day. I did a catering job. I represent culture. I represent that. You know, I take pride in the community. I take pride of the people around here, and for my southern cousins, my gente, my raza, my Africano brothers and sisters, everybody. You know what I mean? It's all love, man. It's all love until it ain't, and it's something. I've been embracing a lot of people. I've been more open to people. I'm fucking getting chapped lips. um, and just embracing, being more open, being more receptive. I'll no longer have to, I've been going out on a few dates, went out on a few hookups, meeting women, a lot of people, nothing.
I heard you.
No.
See, that's why I don't trust you.
What? My son don't like me going out on dates and being chilling with women. So let's see. It says, okay, Lucky, I'm getting back to work. Take care. Happy Indigenous Day. Be sure to tell Flacco you're riding with him. And a bit of energy sliding through, right? Smashing and that's what it was. Was it smashing and dashing, coming through with just a little bit of energy. Make before you hit how do you say before you
See that?
like and comment and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, I can't remember, but yeah, that's the type of stuff I miss getting through. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go download that app. I'm gonna look through the messages and see what app I gotta get through. And yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Flacco today. Happy Indigenous Day, you guys, man. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Like always, man, much love and respect. You guys have a great day. I'm gonna go get ready, and then I guess we're going to Burger King, Wendy's, and then I'm gonna go check out the homeboy spot right here. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, homie. Yeah, Carlos Hernandez. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. And I appreciate the recommendation. I'll tell him that you sent me. I'm gonna go get some tacos. What do you want? Burgers? All right, you guys. You guys have a good one. I appreciate you tapping in. Happy Indigenous Day. Much love and respect, you guys.